little cloud cover over the Smokies, and again, we've had some forecasts just ahead, ladies.
All right, Todd, we appreciate the update. Krista Lucas is out live at the intersection where the crash occurred with more information. Krista? Well, just in the last 20 minutes, we've learned actress and singer Olivia Newton-John has died. We now know the fates of 2 Georgia men convicted of a federal civil rights violation against Ahmaud Arbery.
Today, a federal judge sentenced shooter Travis McMichael and his father, Greg McMichael. Forecast and bringing meteorologist Todd Howe. He's got some nice dry views at the moment of Gatlinburg and Sevierville, but more muggy weather, more rain, at least for a couple of days before we get that nice weekend, Todd.
Yeah, we'll talk about that full extended forecast for all of East Tennessee as we get into this evening, and we'll take a look at the rest of the week's forecast in a few moments. Ladies?
All right, Todd, thank you. We appreciate full info there.
And this is all going to come in handy as many kids are now back in the classroom across East Tennessee. There's still ways you can save money when it comes to outfits and school supplies.
Oh, yes, and that's the time of year we're all in. Reporter Katie Anman takes us to Goodwill, where back to school doesn't break the bank.
It's the perfect day to celebrate your feline friends.
Yeah.
Happy International Cat Day.
Stretching out that purr, right?
Got in here to catch that bug that ran
we've got
across.
some creepy crawlies scattering across the floor here.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, Foxy took care of it. International Cat Day was first celebrated back in 2002.
And one kitty decided to tag along. Has been arrested. Meanwhile, as we take a look at your headlines, police say for attempting to break into 2 cars in a North Knoxville neighborhood.
And Adam, early this morning in Knox County, a new school year. Emancipation Day in Tennessee. On August 8th in 1863, a group of enslaved African Americans in Greenville, Tennessee became free from their enslaver Andrew Johnson, who later became the 17th president of the United States.
And people in Knoxville have been honoring the holiday all weekend. And today the celebrations continue. 10 News reporter Jacinta Render joining us to tell us why the holiday is important to many in Knoxville. Jacinta?
Jacinta, thank you. And the screening she mentioned, the movie After Selma, starts at 6:30 p.m. at the Tennessee Theater.
Hey, Todd.
Yeah, very humid. We've got the clouds above Mount LeConte and the Smoky Mountains. Send it back over to you.
All right, Todd, thank you.
Well, searching for back-to-school deals doesn't have to stop now that kids are back in the classroom.
Reporting Katie Inman explains instead of buying brand new, Goodwill is encouraging you to save some cash and shop secondhand.
She mentioned those spirit days for high schools, and I know Goodwill has become very popular among high school students, finding their fashion, their attire. But if you're heading to college soon, some great options for you as well. Goodwill has plenty of signs, lamps, and art to help you decorate your dorm as well.
And if you have one of those Knox County coupon books, there is a Goodwill coupon in there. I think 25% off, so even more.
No excuse not to go.
Saving money.
Yeah.
There you go. I think you got a month till those expire.
Appearances. Well, more than 3,000 students who go to school in Knoxville receive supplies from the Knoxville Area Urban League over the weekend. The 20th annual Shoes for School event took place at Caswell Park.
And kids are always grateful and excited to start the new year with a pair of shoes. And if you didn't have a chance to participate this year, they'll need you next year.
Absolutely.
So we'll definitely want to bring in those volunteers. Todd was there as well. Todd, the first day of school, a half day, I guess, for Knox County, and I believe Anderson County as well.
Yeah.
Stayed dry for most students, but we got some rain headed our way this evening.
Yeah, we do. Some spotty to scattered thunder showers are possible. Looks fantastic, ladies.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the best days. Beth's over there making plans already.
There you go.
I am.
Oh, Beth, did you make a reservation?
Well, actually, I was taking a closer look at that radar there and seeing which days are best. So thank you, Todd. We appreciate it. We thank you for watching.
Have a great evening.
Reporter Jacinta Render is live in Blount County, where a lot of new businesses are popping up. Jacinta? Boy, it seems to be.
Back to you all.
Jacinta, thank you for the live update on Blount County. Coming up at 5:30, we'll hear about how tourism is playing a role in Blount County's business boom that we're currently seeing. Thank you, Jacinta.
If they're back in the classroom, safety is top of mind.
Yes, this morning, the Knoxville Police Department.
National Overdose Awareness Month, and Knoxville's first responders are sharing with us what they're seeing here in East Tennessee.
The Knoxville Fire, we're continuing to learn more about the FBI raid at former President Donald Trump's Florida home.
Officials tell NBC News they were looking for classified documents removed from the White House and taken to Mar-a-Lago after he left office.
Greatest tennis players ever says she's about to hang up her racket. Serena's fierce.
But she deserves the break.
Oh,
if that's what
absolutely.
she
She's
wants,
earned it.
You know.
Well, you may be seeing lower prices at the gas pump. A lot of you saying finally, but how long will this last?
We're connecting the dots.
Fingers
I think
crossed.
we all are. Another trend, your forecast for this week continues to be pretty muggy and warm, chances of rain, but this weekend's going to be great if we can just make it through these next couple days, right, Todd?
Humidity's going to drop too.
Yeah. Speaking of dropping, the humidity and the temperatures later this week, flooded roadways and slow down. Back to you, ladies.
All right, Todd, thank you.
This week is about to begin.
Oh boy, Elvis. Want to turn back to the forecast now and check in again with Todd Howell. Heat, humid, muggy, but there is a break coming this weekend.
Yeah, storms going on right now. We've got some strong thunderstorms across the region, ladies.
All right, Todd, thank you for those updates.
Tennessee home, but Dolly Parton's fame stretches far beyond Sevier County, so much that Dolly Parton Day was declared in Ohio. One of her favorite titles.
We get them in the mail for High Day. They're great.
I miss those days. We used to.
I know, until they're 5 years old. Well, today's National Book Lovers Day, appropriate, right? In honor of National Book Lovers Day, Young Williams Animal Forecast now with meteorologist Todd Howell. A couple people in our area seeing some storms at the moment, Todd?
Yeah, absolutely. Do have some trees.
All right, Todd, thank you. It's not uncommon now. There's a new free and confidential National Maternal Health Hotline that can
exist and is available to so many. Assistance is available, by the way, before, during, and after pregnancy.
A great resource there. And if you're looking at
the weather, Chief Meteorologist Todd Howell has been tracking storms across East Tennessee and Middle Tennessee all day, joining us now with an update, Todd.
Yeah, ever since late morning, noontime, bad for northern counties. That's the greatest area of flooding. We'll talk more about our weather that will be improving for later this week, just ahead.
Yeah, Todd, thanks for keeping us updated. And for the very reporter, Vinay Simlon is out in West Knoxville, and looks like you maybe have a break from the rain right now. Joins us with how local governments in Tennessee are trying to respond to all of this. Vinay?
I feel like I've had to mow my lawn 3 times a week just because of the amount of rain we've been getting.
I know, just that wet pattern we've been in, especially after a long dry spell. We needed it, but at this point, enough is enough, right? All right, Vinay Simlot joining us from West Knoxville with an update, and you can see the conditions and traffic behind him now.
Maybe Vinay will come on my yard, too.
Yeah.
All right, work to repair. County saw 31 COVID-19 deaths last month. That works out to a person dying from the virus every day in the month of
The Supreme Court has selected its next state attorney general.
Shortly after FBI agents searched Trump's Florida estate and carted away about a dozen boxes.
Yeah, Susan McGinnis has this report. We're going to turn back to Todd Howell now. He's been watching storms move through our viewing area all afternoon. Todd, what are you seeing now?
Yeah, well, here's a current live look from our severe.
Well, 38 years ago today, Michael Jackson and his brothers held the first of 3 consecutive concerts at Neyland Stadium. Over 150,000 fans came out to witness the Victory Tour.
To commemorate the occasion, a new documentary is available on WBIR's YouTube channel and online at WBIR.com. A thriller in Knoxville chronicles the trials, the tribulations, and the celebration of this historic Victory Tour here in K-Town. Here's a little look at what you can expect. So cool. Again, to view the full documentary, you can visit WBIR's YouTube channel and WBIR.com.
I love that look back. We have a lot of cool footage and
start
interviews.
Singing Billie Jean there after.
I know, Billie Jean or Beat It. We have all that in our archives, so I'm glad that we're sharing that. And again, you can see more online. Well, a true
Nightly News, a first for real estate.
Yeah, Sam Brock takes you inside the new luxury home for sale inside the metaverse.
Incredibly fascinating. I think we both were like...
But very confusing, too, so glad they're offering an explainer.
I'm going to have to watch this one for sure. Todd, all right, we'll send things over to you. I know it's been a busy day, busy evening ahead for different areas across East Tennessee.
Yeah, we've switched spots. You're over in my weather center area, and you've got the 3-day behind you.
Well, let me
and
just
I'm in
walk
your
you
area
through that.
At the big monitor. All right, here's what, Roddy. Ladies,
I'm just going to make it through these.
How are things in the weather center?
That's great. We're keeping it nice and clean, taking care of it for you.
I was going to walk you through.
What does this button do, Todd? Can I press this? The red button?
No, not that one, Leslie. Not that one.
We made ourselves familiar with the keyboard here.
The one to the right behind Beth, have at it.
What about the red button?
It's locked up right now, and we're trying to get it to wake up anyway. That's
the
our
red button
highway
says,
camera.
Don't touch.
Go for it.
Yeah, okay. I know. Now we're just having fun, and your digs, you're part of the studio. But we do want to take a look at, but we do want to return to Todd and our forecast.
Busy at the moment, Todd, especially we can see, I was telling Beth, the little lightning bolts behind you, all the green moving across the screen. It's a busy night of activity across East Tennessee.
Sure.
Yeah, a lot of green, a lot of colors, a lot of those lightning bolts.
Yeah, the beagles were supposed to be sold to laboratories for animal experimentation, but several animal rescue organizations intervened, removing the dogs from that breeding facility in Virginia. The 10th of the month, which means it is time for your Buddy Check 10 reminder. Call your buddy and do remind them to do a breast self-exam and do one yourself.
Early detection is key in the fight against breast cancer, and that's why reporter Katie Enman is joining us in studio today. Katie, more and more women are actually taking that early detection phase very seriously.
Yeah, Beth and Leslie, some are now even taking action against breast cancer before an official diagnosis. Beth and Leslie, Previvor is not a new term, but more women are opting for it now too.
Yeah, Katie, genetic testing seems to have really grown over the years as well.
It really has. Erin and her family actually got genetic testing years ago for the BRCA gene, but that came back negative. It wasn't until recently they were able to get tested for a different gene, and that's what came back positive.
Yeah, that testing prevention so important. Thank you, Katie, and we will learn more coming up tonight at 5:55. Thank you. And we love to highlight students making a difference. We call this feature 10 Rising Hearts.
And today we get to introduce you to a group of figure skaters representing Knoxville at the national level. 10 News reporter Grace King shares their story of teamwork.
And those skaters are 8 to 19 years old. They competed at the U.S. Figure Skating Showcase Championship over the weekend, and Wesley Chapel students out there, so introduce them to us. We would love to meet them. All right, Todd Howell, bringing you back in. It's been busy. We can just tell by the radar behind you.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? Earlier developed with some more cooler air.
Bring it.
John Becker approves.
Proud approval right there. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all pumped for that weekend, Todd. Thank you.
All right, if you're ever on TikTok, which I'm sure many of you never are, but if you are, you know the jiggle jiggle rap. Well, one elementary school principal in Dallas is using the idea to welcome his students back to school.
Finally today, as parents, we try to keep our kids healthy as much as possible, and especially as they go back to school.
Yeah, which is why a healthy checklist is something to start thinking about. Lakita Johnson explains why. I appreciate you watching live at 5 at 4. 10 News at 5 is coming up after a quick break. Thanks for watching.